Hello again YouTube, Mad Dog here. Welcome back to my channel. Forgive me for the wind, it is very windy today. So today is Sunday and a glorious, windy, cloudy but beautiful nonetheless Sunday morning. So I thought I'd come out, get some steps in, have a little Sunday stroll. So I'm trying to get out into the green. So I'm going to move on a little bit further, get away from the background noise of the main roads. And I'm basically having a look round at the wild edibles that are now coming into fruit or coming to their offerings. I might start doing a series of wild teas, that type of thing as well, because there's quite a lot of those things that are nutritious, have good medicinal properties. Not many people seem to show that type of thing, so I'm going to play around with that as well. So stay with me, we'll have a little walk, maybe a brew. I'm going to chill out. I've brought a book with me to read. Find myself a nice quiet spot, just kick back and relax. Stay with me. Okay, so the fireweed, that's just starting to make a comeback. Another great wild edible. All of this plant is edible, including the flowers, which make a nice addition to a salad. The prize with this plant though is definitely the stems. The pithy centre is a great, what would you call it, cucumber sort of substitute, and it holds moisture very well, so it's a good way of getting some hydration in you as well. So looking forward to utilising that. Beautiful. Welcome back. So I found a nice quiet peaceful spot down by this little babbling brook. It's beautiful clear running water here, just in the shade, and a little bit of shelter from the wind, just off a public footpath, so I may have some encounters, hopefully not. I'm just hunkered down enough to be out of eyeshot, hopefully. So I'm going to get a brew on and just chill out today. Sunday, the dreaded work tomorrow, so I thought I'd come out and get some bit of therapy, you might say. So I've got the old gas stove here today. There we go, eventually. This ferro rod's been in my bag for a while, so I need to scrape off some of the oxidisation, I think. But anyways, we are literally cooking with gas. I'm just having a 3-in-1 and some extra sweetness today, and I'm just going to kick back and relax with my book. So I don't know if you guys and lasses are interested, but this is what I'm reading at the moment. The Old Country by Jack Hargreaves. He's Hargreaves rather. Old Englishman. He served in the Second World War, but he was last really of the generation of people that used to live and work the land using the pit and trap, you know, pony and trap type of lifestyle, very slow way of life. And he really knows his stuff when it comes to the countryside outdoors living, to include tackling horses, you know, and training dogs, and just everything about the country lifestyle, fishing, hunting, trapping, mending and making your own. And I've been watching, he has a TV series on YouTube. He's passed away now, so I've watched a couple of those videos and I thought I'd pick his book up and it'd be ideal just to lean against the tree here and have a few minutes read with a brew, nice and relaxed. So that's all I'm up to today, guys and lasses. And I'll just show you, pan you around here a little ways. So as you can see, I'm hidden down in a corner of a field. Beautiful happy days, nice and relaxing. Bit of a breeze, making my gas burner roar a bit there. This is what it's all about for me, bit of R&R, beautiful. If I'm going to get a brew on, I'll get back to you in a bit. Cheers everybody. Nice. How come everything tastes better when you're outside? It just does, doesn't it? You know, whether it's a bacon sandwich or cooking over the coals or even just your coffee, it just tastes better outside. Even when you're serving it out of a horrible plastic folding cup like this, it's just better. Okay, so I'm all packed up, ready for the journey back home. So about 3 miles from where I live. So nice steady stroll. It's been beautiful out here today. Could have actually nodded off there, to be honest. Started to feel myself drifting. So I think I best head back. I think my missus is going to have some snap waiting for me, no doubt. She's a good one. Thank you all very much for dropping by with me for this little Sunday chill out session, really. Not really up to much, but if you can, get yourself some time to go out, enjoy the outdoors, get some fresh air, and it helps your mind. You know, if you're in a stressful position at the minute, like a lot of us are, financially, work-wise, otherwise, get yourself outdoors, just unwind, listen to the trees, the birds. It does help, it really does help. It's good medicine. So thank you all very much for coming with me again, and until next time, which won't be long, Mad Dog signing off. Yeah! Leave no trace. Okay, on my way back, let's go. Beautiful. Okay, so here we've got a wild rose bush just protruding through this hedgerow here, and the petals of the wild rose make a great tea, and obviously later on they will develop into the pods, which are also edible. Scrape the seeds out and they're also edible. And as we know, all the rose family are edible. In fact, the common gardening rose, the leaves, as we all know, used to make rose water as a kid, they're all edible too. So something pretty to add to a salad or a rice dish, something like that. Nice. Here we've got a very common weed over in the UK, and that's the cleves plant, or the sticky bud plant. The entirety of this plant is actually edible. If you drag this over hot coals, it will get rid of all the furry small hairs, and that way it makes it more palatable. But you can also make a tea out of this stuff. Again, nice addition to a salad dish, goes great with wild game. Let me try and, there we go, you can see the little seed pods there with all those little hairs. We used to throw them at your mate's jumper when you weren't looking back in the day, because obviously they stick to clothing with those hairs like Velcro. But a nice little wild edible, and very abundant this time of year. You grab handfuls of that and just boil it up, and it's spinach-like, full of nutrition. Nice little foraged edible there, and easily identifiable. So no fears of getting this one wrong. Hawthorn bush, we're all familiar with the hawthorn bush. The leaves at this time of year are perfectly edible, and they are said to contain substances that help with heart problems, like I've got obviously, so I'm going to be taking plenty of hawthorn teas, and later on when the berries form, the haws, we can use those as an edible, a wild edible, or to make infusions and teas, or for a longer term storage food. We can go ahead and make hawthorn fruit leather, because they're high in tannins, they keep for a long time. I think I've done a video on that many moons ago. Nice little project to have a go at. We'll probably have a revisit to that later on in the year when the haws are ripe. Coming up to a beautiful old cottage. Well, I say old, it isn't really that old. Just through the trees there. The house to my right is relatively modern really. It's dated 1926. So, although it's pre-war, it's still relatively modern. But this little cottage hidden away here, it's called Keeper's Cottage. So obviously many moons ago it would have been home to the local gamekeeper. Beautiful old red brick building and slate roof. I believe it's currently under some restoration. Let's go through this little entrance here. As you can see on the fascia there, it's dated, it's like 1866. So not as old as what I thought or remember, to be honest, but it's still a testament to the old construction methods, and it is quite exposed. It's on the top of a farmland hill overlooking a paddock, like a wheat field. Coming down to, I'll have to get a gimbal device to stop this bouncing around. Like you're walking with Zebedee. There's the wheat field. It's all coming into crop nicely. Nice view. Yeah, nice old cottage that. That's something I would be interested in buying myself if ever I was in a position to do so. Nice and peaceful, out the way of everybody. Nice growth of curly dock. Crikey me, the wind's getting up now. So curly dock is high in oxalic acid, and it is classed as being mildly toxic. So if you're ever going to process this and eat it, which you can, you've got to really thoroughly boil the leaves first. Ideally the young leaves used in spring are the most palatable, but if you're going to use the older leaves, then boil them twice. Gets rid of a lot of those acylic acid bitterness from it. Well, that's the curly dock. It's named curly dock because of the leaves. Obviously the curl at the edges, like it's been fried already. Pretty little thing. Quite a nice patch of white clover down there. Again, another wild edible and in abundance, but again, I'd say be careful where you pick it. Ideally not on a dog walking route. But in a pinch, something's better than nothing. There's plenty of it. Through the little sty, back into civilization, I'm afraid. Deep joy. Oh well, all good things must come to an end, I guess. Okay, so just a quick little tip. When you're walking on country lanes like this with no clear footpath, always walk facing the direction of the oncoming traffic. That way you both make eye contact like now, and I can take cover. Get myself well tucked away. They've seen me, I've seen him. You're not being taken from surprise from the rear. It's a common mistake a lot of people make, having the back to the traffic, and that's dangerous practice. Here we go again. Take cover. And off we go again. So that's one of my locals. It used to be called the Wilmot Arms, and I believe it was built in around 1776, somewhere around there, at the time of the opening of the Burton breweries. It was called the Wilmot Arms, named after Mr. Wilmot, who was the fella that built most of the houses around here. Oh, that's better. So we've made it home safe and sound. I just wanted to say thank you all very much again for your continued support. All I'm going to be doing now is replenishing my stocks, doing a bit of admin, tidying my kit up for the next little mini adventure. I just wanted to say a big thank you to each and every one of you for your continued support and staying with me on my little channel over here at Mad Dog Survival. And until next time, which won't be long, have a great weekend, what's left of it, the dreaded Sunday evening. Let's look forward to the next one. Stay happy, stay safe. Mad Dog signing off. Yeah.